Yes, thank you very much. And with that, we announced the agenda for the hearing. Both appear to be my bill, Senate Bill 179 for the new Omnibus Election Code. And this is Article 2 defining terms in-country voting for the national local election. And Article 11, the hybrid election system, as well as Article 21, canvassing of votes, Section 239. And hereafter, we also have Senate Bill 1156, providing for hybrid national, local, and Bangsamoro Autonomous Region elections through manual and automated voting and counting. So this largely deals with the hybrid election effort already taken up in the 18th Congress. It actually reached the plenary, and there was some substantial discussion already by the previous Senate. However, we would like to pursue this effort and carry on with the same. And with that, we are conducting a hearing attempting to align any new developments in this area. So with that, we would like to invite all our experts and resource persons here on the best possible way to conduct said hybrid elections. Right now, we have stated that election returns are going to be expanded in their definition so that they will also include in printed form and manually accomplished for purposes of reflecting the manual count at the polling precinct, assuming that there's going to be a manual count at precinct level. Further, the bills also specify that the hybrid election need not be implemented for overseas voting. That we will leave to the wisdom of the COMELEC. Further, there's also an advisory council to be established 18 months before the elections and deactivated 6 months thereafter to be constituted by the DICT, the chairpersons of both Senate and House Electoral Reforms Committee, DOST, DepEd, member of the Academe, 3 ICT professionals, and 2 non-governmental election reform organizations. 3 observers from accredited citizens' arms will also be included as non-voting members, as well as the dominant majority and minority parties as determined by the COMELEC. It's also specified, and here there is a distinction, and I need once again to consult all of you as resource persons. 1156 states that the funds to enable said advisory council to function will be included in the annual appropriations for DICT. However, Senate Bill 179 indicates that the said honoraria will be included in the budget of COMELEC. I think we have to determine the same, and they probably should be uniform. Further, Senate Bill 179 indicates that it should be the advisory council to recommend the best technology and most appropriate for the effort. And further, there's also a proposal for a technical evaluation committee, which I think in practice is already occurring in the COMELEC today, but we seek to render it explicit to make certain that it becomes mandatory. Said evaluation committee for technical affairs is tasked to certify that the certification entity to be chosen is categorically able to state that the election system, the automated election system chosen, is operating properly, securely, and accurately. And also there is in the new bill an indication that a separate election return shall be prepared for the manual count. So hiwalay siya from the automated count, and that in the event of a discrepancy of at least 2% of the total number of votes, a discrepancy occurs between manual and automated count, an automatic recount shall be undertaken. I would like to discuss also the practicality of the same, although it does provide a level of security. There is also, of course, the conduct of stakeholder education. Again, a typically COMELEC exercise already, but in this case, we make it explicit and mandatory. So with that, we'd like the comments necessarily of the chairman who has in the past already committed his support for a hybrid process. But exactly how that hybrid system shall look is what we need to tackle this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. As far as the first issue, which was mentioned by the Honorable Chairperson, the issue of the honoraria to be received by the members of the COMELEC Advisory Council, we honestly believe, well, personally, that the said amount should be included in the budget of the DICT. It should not be included in the budget of the Commission on Election, because this is an advisory council, which is an independent body, independent from the Commission on Election. We do not want to be accused that we are holding such fund for purposes of influencing the advice of the COMELEC Advisory Council. So it should be lodged before the DICT, Your Honor.
Okay, so that seems reasonable, so that there can be no question that they're being objective and they're actually detached from the process. Pati yung budget, ihiwalay na natin sa DICT. So we follow the Senate Bill 1156 that lodges the budget in the DICT at wag na lang sa COMELEC kasi it confuses the issue. Well taken po. And also, there are statements obviously that there will be a great delay in time. I recall that several of the commissioners actually conducted a time and motion study, and there was indeed a delay. What are your thoughts? I think the chairman is on record previously as saying that while you support it, you are aware that there will be a delay with the manual count of about an hour and a half.
Madam Chair, if in case we will be manually counting the ballots, even on the assumption that we are going to count each ballot 1 minute per ballot, and there will be 800 ballots, on the assumption that all the voters in a particular precinct will be able to vote, that will require about 13.33 hours, additional 13.33 hours. And even if we are able to count the ballots using the machines in a matter of 30 minutes, then you will be needing additional 13.33 hours, Your Honor. And that is on the assumption only of 800 voters being able to vote.